Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to EA Sports UFC 2. This is going to be a little bit of video of how I get my guys so good at the start. I get that question so much. How is your guy better than a 65 overall, better than 70 overall, right when you start and you haven't fought a fight? And I'm going to walk you through this as quickly as possible. It is kind of time consuming, so I apologize in advance for the long video. But here's my team. Okay, you see the team, the newest team. I change fighters so much, so much. So I'll never have a 90 to 100 overall fighter because I change them too much. Anyways, I just have fun making new guys. Well, what I've done, all of these guys right here, none of them have a single move on them. Okay, they're 100% zero moves. Well, I just created the Freak. It's just Apex. I'm just changed his name. He's a heavyweight. I made him a freestyle wrestler for this example. So what I'll do is I'll click on him, and you can tell I have 813 items ready to go. The reason why I take off every card from every other fighter is so I know exactly every option that I have. Oops. And what I like to do is I'll go to my fighter and I'll go to fight now so I can see the stats. Okay, I'm 61 stand up, 64 clinch, 73 ground. Makes sense, I'm a wrestler. And there's my athleticism. Okay, that's it. So what I know is my ground is pretty good. And I'm a ground guy. So what I want to do first is I want to get that ground maxed because that's going to be the easiest, fastest thing that I can do. So I'll go to my items here and we will start throwing on everything, throwing on all kinds of ground moves. It's easier, much easier if you hit triangle and you filter just for this weight class. So heavyweight compatible. That allows every heavyweight move that I can put on him, I can get it. Now let's filter again and we'll go with ground because we're a wrestler. These are my ground moves. Boom, just start knocking them out. Start throwing them on here, guys. I might actually cut the video until, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut it in segments so it's not so long for you guys, okay? Be right back. Okay, guys, we're back now. I put all the ground moves that I had available on my fighter. Look at his ground. The top game went all the way to 100. Ground defense is a 98. Off the bat is a 92. So his ground has already went from 70 something, I think it was a 74, to an 82. And that was with one category, one thing that I put up. That's all I did. So if I go back to my collections, go to my items, move upgrades, we're going to filter it out again. You have to do it every time, and sometimes it messes up. Let's go heavyweight. I'll show you guys really fast that I put all the ground moves I could put. I have duplicates of these. That's why those are left over. I'll probably end up selling them, to be honest with you. But let's go ahead and feel ground, submission, takedowns. Let's do submissions, okay? I'm going to be doing a lot of submissions. You guys know I love submissions. So let's go heavyweight compatible submissions. We'll start throwing these submissions on here. And as you guys can tell, I'm only used 34 stars out of 252. You can see that right there on the screen. Not yet, right there. See, it's 39 out of 252 now on the right hand side of the screen. If you don't know how to get that 252, you have to level up all the way to level 60 red belt. As you can see on the bottom, I'm level 60 red belt. That's how you get that. Once you get to level 60, you'll be able to put 252 stars on your fighter. Now I'm going to do submissions, and then I'll come back and show you what that looks like after I put them all on. I won't make you sit through that whole time. So we will be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. Well, I just went through and I put all the submissions that, not all of them that I had, but quite a bit to get to where you'll see here on my ground. My ground choke defense is an 83, joint defense is an 82. That's pretty high, but my joint submission and choke submission is a 94 and a 100. And what I did was I put, all the good moves, every move that I wanted. I went through, pick some moves, made sure I had the arm bars, the triangles, the Kimuras, all that stuff. But then once my joint submission hit 100, I stopped putting any joint subs on there. I don't care if I didn't have it. The flying arm bar doesn't matter. Don't need it. Okay. So that allowed me, that's going to save me points. There's no point in making that above 100. It doesn't make it 110. So I stopped, and I ran out of choke submissions around 94. If I was like a jiu-jitsu or a judo or something like that, it would be higher, it'd be 100. But there's my ground. 100 top game is phenomenal. Ground defense is a 98. Off the back, 92. So we're going to be able to survive. We got good chokes, good subs. The 83 and 82, that's okay. That's that's a B. That's not bad, low B. But our ground's a 90 now. It's a 90, and I haven't fought a single fight. Okay, so we'll go back to my collection. You can see we're running through these cards fairly quickly. And by the way, a little side note, guys, I go through and put all the attribute cards on my fighter before I put any moves, because that way I can actually see what their true stat is. Because if you start putting them on there after you have moves, it doesn't show you your true stat. Like your punching might be a 95 power, but it'll show up as like a 55 because that's what your guy starts at without any moves on him. So I do that first just to give me a correct idea of what's going on. Now, we did submission. I'll go ahead and just show you that one real quick. Heavyweight compatible. I have some good joint subs left, and armbar full mount, stuff like that. That I'm not gonna put on there because I don't want to waste those stars that I get. So I'll go to move upgrades. We'll go ahead and throw this filter back on there. Heavyweight, and next is clinch or takedowns and clinch are kind of the same. Clinch is really easy because it's not that many. See how many? It's only that many cards. So we'll throw those on really quick. That's something I always put on there to get it up. Because, we might not be able to shoot for a takedown. Some guys might have great takedown defense, but they might not have that great of clinch. So I'm going to need that clinch to get in there and get close and lock them hands on them, So there we go. That's all the clinch we just ran through. We're at 125 stars out of 252. So we're almost halfway. A couple stars from halfway. And we have no clinch items left. So we'll go ahead and go to takedowns because we're going to need those takedowns. Now I haven't hit a single point, not a single point on striking. Striking is completely the same. So what I'll do is I'll go through here and I'm going to want takedown to get high. Okay, my takedown's a 38 out of 65. So what's the fastest way that I can get that takedown, grounded pound, stuff like that? That's what I'm looking for. So we're gonna grind that out really fast. You see how it's grounded pound 1, takedown 2, takedown defense 2. That's a great card. I mean, it's a 5-star card, obviously, but cards like that, you don't want to waste cards that are. Let me see if I can find a bad one. Let's see, that's a really good double underthrow. I like that one. We'll go ahead and throw that on there. I'm gonna cut this part out until I come back and get done putting these clinch moves on there. Okay, guys, we're back. I just went through all my takedown stuff, and you can see my stand-up still a 61 is trash, but our overall is slowly going up. We're 77 overall now. There's my clinch. What I do is I go until I get my takedown maxed. I put all the cards on there until my takedown hits max. Remember, it started at 38. If you go here, it'll show it's plus 30 with the moves that I have on there. So it went up 30 points. But my clinch power went up to an 81. My clinch throws an 89. My takedown defense is a 91. All of that's great. I don't really care about takedown defense. They could take us down if they wanted to. Because our ground is so good, we'd be able to reverse them or submit them. But that just happens to go up with takedown. So all that went great. Our ground went up a little bit more because ground and pound went from like a 70 to an 89. Now, if I wanted to, I could continue to put clinch cards on him to make ground and pound 100, to make his clinch, takedown defense would go to 100, clinch throws would go to 100, stuff like that. But I'm not worried about that at this time. Our clinch is an 87 now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our cards. It's kind of a long process. I'm not going to lie to you guys. And I do this every time I want to fight with a different fighter. I go through, and sometimes I'll do it a different way, and the dude will turn out better. But like if I want to go back to using Apex Predator and lightweight, then I'll have to take all these moves off and then come back. Yes, it's time consuming, but you're getting the best that you can. Okay, so we did submission. We did ground. We did takedowns and clinch. Now we have kicks or punches. I always start with punches. Always start with punches, and the reason why is because I'm going to use my hands more. Kicks take more stamina. Just I like punching more for some reason than kicking, even though those kicks are going to get you a lot of, you know, knockdowns and rocks and stuff like that. So what I end up doing is I go through and I put all of the punches. You see, I only have, I'm 205 stars out of 252. So I don't have very much room to play with here. So I need to get the best I can. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put nothing but punches on my fighter until either I run out of stars or I max out hand power and punch speed and stuff like that. That's all we're working on. Hand power, punch speed, stuff like that. It won't take that long. See, it's at an 81 out of 100. So I need about 19 more points and not that many stars. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. See, that card reduces what we already had on there, so it's not worth it. We had a 5-star, going to trade it out for a 4. We don't want to do that. Lead elbow. I really don't care about the moves. Really don't care about the moves a whole lot. We are just simply this jab from Holly Holm is wonderful. 85 and 83. I'm not going to cut the video just because I know I'm going to run out of stars here in just a second. And it might not be maxed. It might. Lead hook to the body. Good 1.5. See, now our left hand's power's a 90. We're starting to hit like Conor McGregor. I ain't worried about no cage Superman punch. Here's the difference, guys. If you look at this, this is a 4-star move, but it only gets up 3 abilities. It gets up punch speed, left hand power, and right hand power. Just 1, 1, and 1. Well, that is not as good as value as this. You're getting a lot more for putting this one on there than you are for putting this one. So it's smarter to put the one that you get more out of it, obviously. Because that's increasing it 2, punch speed plus 1, but we're getting more. This one, on the other hand, gets your blocking up, so that's a very good card. Punch speed plus 2. See, we already have a jab. We're going to go ahead and throw these on there. It's going to be close. I would like to have around 95 and 95. Love the overhands. You got to have an overhand, man. There's the 90s. And that's it. This will be our last card that we will be able to put on our fighter. That is it. Now that we've done that, I'll show you his stats in a second because we're done. We're at 251 out of 252. I do the perks the same way. I will go to all perks, and then I'll go to heavyweight compatible, and then I'll pick based off of what type of fighter I have. I already know that I'm going to want Force of Nature because that's on the ground. That's going to help us out. And I've never spent money on this game, guys. Always just grind for them coins, okay? Just grind for them. It's not worth it. Chess Master, throw that one on there. Watch those ads, stuff like that. Crushing Presence, we'll go ahead and put that one on there. I would like Weather and Storms would be a good one because our chin is just trash. Because that is something you have to get up. Carved of Wood's a good one too. Reduces duration of health events. Ground Finisher. Tap Already, that's a pretty good one. Light Glue. That's a good one too. What I'll probably end up doing is, I'm not going to do too much ground and pound stuff like that. I'll probably do Carved of Wood because, you know, like I said, our chin's pretty bad. And we're going to throw that. Yeah, we're going to throw this one on there. We're going to throw the... Ooh, that's the slams. Increased damage. Nah, we'll do Light Glue. Make it harder for them to get out of the clinch. Just a little bit harder for them to get out. Gives us a little bit bigger window to deny. But he's done. Okay, our guy's done. We don't need anything else. We haven't done a single fight, and we're an 81 overall, which is pretty good. I can usually make an 83, 84 overall guy in the lighter weight classes. But here's his stats. Okay, remember our stand-up was a 60-something. We've got our blocking up, 11 points from max. Punch speed is fairly good. It's not terrible. Boxers and stuff are still going to give us a lot of trouble. But our hand power is solid, 95 out of 100, 91 out of 100. We are not a kicker. We're not going to be throwing any kicks. Nothing crazy like Anthony Bettis. But everything else is solid. 87 clinch is very good. 92 ground is very good. That is where we belong, on the ground, hanging out, trying to go for that submission finish, in the clinch, throwing some good clinch strikes. Even though clinch grappling's a little low, still worried about that one a little bit, but we can get that up with attribute cards as well. But that's it, guys. There's our chin health, leg health, stamina. That's what it ended up as. A 61 out of 100 is just a nightmare. It's just a nightmare. And the one thing that I always say is I can make a boxer and he can have 100 stand up. But if my boxer has 100 stand up with a 60 chin and their boxer has 100 stand up with a 80 chin, a 90 chin, a 100 chin, they're probably going to win the stand up war because I'm not going to be able to take as much shots as they are. So that's really big. You got to pay attention to that. That's him, man. That's the freak in heavyweight. That's how I do every single one of my guys. Hopefully this video helps you out. If it does, please leave a like. It helps the channel grow. And until next time, guys, thank you very much.
A heavyweight collision between Black Mamba and
Hey guys, we're back. I decided to take the freak that you just watched me make and go ahead and do his debut fight right here with you so that you can see him in action, and you should know his plan. His plan should be to get that takedown, do some ground and pound, grind out that submission victory. So we're going to use some movement. We're not going to be too crazy. We can't take too much damage. We're going to punch a little. He keeps throwing kicks like that, he's going to end up getting taken down. There it is. Told you, he do it too many times in a row. Right to side control. I'll be patient. Deny that. Deny that. And you are way, way in trouble, bro. This is our home. This is what we've been training for. Making our debut here. Looking for that early submission. With the Japanese necktie, man. Very good submission. Very fun submission. And you have it right there early. We didn't even know anything. We landed a punch before we put this guy to sleep. And that's why I favor ground guys a lot in Ultimate Team because of the chin. Because they destroyed the chin. And it's too hard to get your chin up to where you can actually stand and bang with people. So the ground, I feel so much safer. I'm in control. I mean, we just put that guy to sleep. So please, guys, if you want to see more of the freaking heavyweight putting people to sleep, let me know. Leave a comment, leave a like on what you think. Hopefully this video helped you. Thank you very much for watching.